I'm Mark Noble, and this is the Academy of Football Podcast.
Yo, this is the Academy of Football in claret and blue. Absolutely massive, they just ain't got a clue. But just watch how we move, we got it here, come and see. Yeah, stepping in clean. Irons.
Over the years, we've had some classic West Ham songs and some classic chants on the terraces. In 2026, we've got a brand new anthem, and that is called You'll Never Take the East End Out of Me. My name is Kevin Slade. This is the Academy of Football Podcast, and my guest for tonight is none other than Joseph J. Jones.
Yep.
Joseph, thanks for coming on, mate.
Yeah, thanks
I've got to say, let's get stuck straight into this, because you're making a lot of noise at the moment with this new West Ham anthem. Is it fair to call it that, a West Ham anthem?
I call it a love letter to the club. Like I think you tread in territory of, like, if you say anthem, I think people get a little bit antsy that I'm trying to get rid of Bubbles, which ain't the situation. Look, there can be a B-side to every record, do you know what I mean? So I sort of call it that, but it's just my love letter to the club, so to speak.
What was the inspiration behind it?
Well, pretty much like, not as good as yours, but I've got a, pub shed at the bottom of my garden, and I've got like Dixie, DiCanio, like all the Europa Conference boys and stuff all signed and whatever. And I was just sitting in there and I was just a bit glum. I had a feeling of, how things were going a little bit. And I was thinking, how have we just won the conference? And it had that spark, but then all of a sudden it's just dropped, and I wanted to write a little reminder about who we are and where we're from, and, what the club means to me, and hopefully means to a lot of people. And it sort of turned into this love letter, as I put it. And I've got a mate called, he lives close by here, actually, David Snedden, and you might know the name. He won Fame Academy back in the day.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So Never Lived a Lie and all that.
Yeah.
Can't Live the Lie, whatever the song's called. But I've been working with him for years, and he's one of my best mates. And I just sort of said to him, like, look, I've got this idea for a West Ham song. I've got all these, sketches down, so to speak, writing. And Dave's very good at managing me. And originally I was writing the song a bit more about the area, and I wasn't going to mention anything about, like in the song I've got irons, claret and blue and stuff like that, because I was thinking, sometimes you want a song to sort of reach another place as well. But then me and Dave were having a chat. I was like, I don't know if you can swear on here, but I was like, F it, this is solely for West Ham, and this it's my first love. I've got my wife and daughter who I love dearly, but I've always written songs about my wife, and I thought, why not write a song about my first ever love, which was West Ham. And then, we just got in my pub and we wrote a song, and Dave really sort of veered me in where I wanted to go, and we had conversations about, because he's a Rangers fan, but he considers West Ham his London club. So it was nice that he jumped on board with it. But like we were talking about, like, your dad takes you to your first game, like so many people can relate to that. And, I also wanted to mention, as much as it's about sort of the memory of Upton Park and the Bowling Grand, and like even the Europa nights, like that really sparks something in us, I think. I say about like silverware on Wednesday nights and stuff like that, that's about the conference final and stuff. But it was just me trying to, in a dark period of West Ham, I just wanted to write a bit of a love letter to the club, as I put it, and something that lifted fans or reminded fans of their first time going, and bring a bit of the old back in the new. Do you see what I mean? So that was the idea of it. And then, we just, we'll talk about the video, I guess, but then the idea of the video come about. But
I would say the first time I heard that song was on Instagram. And I'm not afraid to admit this, but I didn't follow you at the time. But when I heard that song, and correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of football supporters, or the typical football support, would want an anthem like, I'm a class club. But when I heard that, I love acoustic music anyway.
Yeah.
And that's got a very strong message in it, that song, I think, anyway. Because like you said, upon reflection, you're talking about the times of old, the bowling ground, everything else. We can all relate to that, especially coming from the era of the 90s where you got Dixie in the video, you got Dixie on the back of the name of the shirt. That's about Dixie, ain't it, that song?
Yeah, it's about, I think, because what's special about that video, regardless of all the players that are in it, which is absolutely amazing, you're actually witnessing in real life that father and son's first ever game, and we captured it. So that's actually their first ever game together, going to a West Ham match.
That's unbelievable, mate.
Yeah. And that's his name's Silky, the guy who's in it. He's the lead singer of Deaf Guitar Pop, which are a ska band, and they do really well. And he's a West Ham fan, and obviously he's in the video. Wouldn't have just come to his son's first game, but he's always wanted to take him. And then we had the idea of, like, you know, win or lose, we would have followed them through their first game together, and then he would have taken his boy back down memory lane, and lo and behold, you see the ghosts of West Ham's past in this pub, and it's sort of like, not a dream sequence, but almost like a bit of a hurrah moment, you know, it's like him showing his boy everything, this is what it's all about. And, you know, you've got like Jeff Stinky Turner from the Cockney Rejects in there as well. You've got Cass Pennant. You know, you've got Stacey Little in there, who's captain West Ham women's team. So really important people. But I mean, like, Sir Trevor Brooking, like, it was just mad, like, to have all that about. So the message of the song and the video was about, like, father and son's first times together and passing on them stories, almost them war stories of West Ham, and like, I remember this night, I remember that. But, you know, Dixie was Silky's first love as a football player, and that kit is genuinely Silky's old kit that he passes to his son. So everything in that video is real, like you're witnessing, and it was just this beautiful moment of Dixie signing it, you know, like the Terminator is signing his boy's kit, you know. But yeah, it's just, you know, as you say, it's just a reminder of who we are and where we're from. And I think it's important to remember where we're from because we reminisce about it so much. But like I wouldn't say, how'd you put it? It's not like a goal of mine. It's however it's received. But I just wanted that sort of memory and feeling for both the song and the video to be brought into the club now, of like, you know, we can take this with us and I wanted the players to hear it, you know, like, here's a West Ham fan that
I think they will, because obviously because of the ex-players that are in the video. You got Dixie, you got Tony Cotty in there, Sir Trev, as I said as well. I do think it's also an important reminder, as when times are bad, i.e. not so much now because we've won a few games on the spin, but at the time when the song came out, we were fucking terrible on the pitch. And watching that video, it brought everything back. Yeah. And that's what being a West Ham fan's all about. You know, we don't have a lot of glory, we don't have a lot of success, but we're there for each other. And there's a very important lyric in that song as well about brotherhood. You know, you get treated like a brother. And I think personally, that's missing at the moment from the West Ham fan base. Yeah. So I do think that was quite touching, actually, that lyric, because again, it reminds you of the 90s, the early noughties, basically right until we moved stadiums, I think, anyway.
It's one of them. It's like West Ham, for me, no matter where you go in the world, there's West Ham fans. It's such a beautiful club, and it's a family club. And I was talking to Jeff Turner, just before come here, actually, and it's like, you know, we support our own, like, you know, because, you know, he said, oh, forever blowing bubbles, you know, he's Cockney Rejects, man. He's like, you know, I didn't know if he'd get it because it's not his sort of music and that, but he loves it. And it's like, you know, as West Ham fans, we all support each other. I mean, there's the odd idiot, don't get me wrong, but they're the people I just don't think get it, or they're keyboard warriors and they just hide behind a screen or whatever. But, you know, I'd say 80% of it's been really positive, and it's just, you know, I just think it's a message of a father and a son, and him telling him about, you know, the good times of what it was like over there. And I just want to, like, it's funny, actually, you say that when you started seeing the videos come out and that. I'm not saying it's all down to me, I ain't saying that at all. But when that started coming out, I couldn't believe it, because the first clip come out and then we won a game. And I was like, because I was sitting there watching It was the FA Cup against
QPR.
Yeah. So I was watching that and I was like, please win. Because I had to shoot a video the day after that game. And I was like, I don't want a room for the West Ham fans feeling
pissed
down
off.
about it. Yeah. And like, it was just that moment, just that small win of that turning point. And then obviously off the back of that, you know, like all the Spurs and stuff like that, that win, that was incredible. And it just started to bubble along, you know. Even Chelsea, in a weird way, 60 minutes of that was the best football I've seen us play all season. And it felt like, I was gutted about it, I won't go into that, but it felt like, all right, this was a right time to just put this song out, because I could have, you know, I've had the song sitting there for about 9 months. I could have put it out.
Is that right? That long?
Yeah, I've had it for a while. And I sort of wrote it in a period with Potter. And it was a little bit like, I just don't get what's going on here. And we ain't got no fight. And that's why I sort of wrote it. But I wrote it, it wasn't like a Rocky anthem, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just a sincere song. But yeah, after that anyway, like when we was getting going a little bit, I was like, well, this is a relegation tune. This is a relegation battle tune. In my eyes, it's just, that's why I feel it's important to be like, yeah, Jarrod, have a listen. You know what I mean? This is what it means to us. And like, if they, you know, if it ever falls upon their ears or anything like that, I'll be, you know, forever grateful. But I'm just enjoying it at the moment. It's just one of them things. The song's just sort of snowballing, if you know what I mean.
Listen, mate, it's an emotional song, because when I first contacted you to ask you to come on the podcast, the first thing I said to you was, I absolutely love the song, very emotional.
Yeah.
Right? And I weren't bullshitting you, mate, because as I said, as West Ham supporters, we can really resonate with what you're saying. And I do think that's very important for the fan base to listen to, even the younger generations as well, because the younger generation, sadly, they don't know about Julian Dix, they don't know about the bowling ground. You know, the FIFA generations, I call them, they're there for the glory, and we don't get much of that. Nah. So we love West Ham because of the area, because of, you know, the fathers, grandfathers before that. You know, it's a bloodline, if you like.
No one celebrates it harder than us. I mean, I went to, I couldn't have the opportunity to go to Prague. We had sort of family issues going on at the time, but when I went to the celebrations and all that the next day, mate, or the 2 days, it was 2 days after, was it? Or was it? It was the next day, wasn't it? Yeah, it was next day.
Because I was at Prague.
Yeah. And he was gutted you missed it.
There was a group of us at the airport, look, were pissed off because we knew that they was going to do the parade the next day. Yeah. And none of us made it. Yeah. So
it was almost like, don't say this the wrong way, but for yous that got to see it, at least we got to live that celebratory.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. No, that's fair.
And it was like, I was standing outside, where was I? I was outside either East Ham or I think it was Plaistow Station, standing there. I just remember looking around thinking, like, what other team does this? And I remember City winning something as well, and they had 20,000. We had 80,000 out in the streets, like rocking. And it was just like, wow, this club is such a special members club. Like, West Ham picks you at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like,
you're born into it. You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice, mate.
No, not at all. And it's one of them, like, it's such a privilege to be a West Ham fan, because, you know, we're not spoilt with riches and glory and all stuff like that. But when we get it, like those little moments, you run with it, you know. Even like just beating Spurs, like on the old 2-1 with Wilson and all that. It's just like, feels like massive.
So entitled, though. I know. They wholeheartedly believe that they shouldn't have lost that game.
Yeah.
We're both fighting for our lives. They won't admit it.
No.
They won't admit that they're in a relegation scrap, but they are.
Yeah, of course they are. I mean, what are they? 29 points, aren't
they? We're not far behind them. I think they're on 29 points, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not playing very well at the moment. Loads of injuries.
And I don't get that appointment, to be honest. I don't think that's going to save them.
Well, I'm glad that they've appointed him, you know what I mean? Because we've hit a bit of form. And they're on terrible form at the moment. But the ideal scenario would be for Arsenal not to win the league.
Yeah.
Tottenham to go down and for us to stay up.
Can you imagine that?
I think that would be a great season.
It would be the ultimate season.
I don't know. But I do want to talk about, because we've touched on this subject a little bit as well, is 2 years ago or 3 years ago this year, we won a European Cup.
Yeah.
What the fuck has gone wrong? Because I know that you've got quite a strong opinion on this. What do you think has gone wrong at the moment at West Ham? It's in our DNA, ain't it? Just to fuck everything up all the time.
Yeah, I think 3 managers in 18 months or 2 years, whatever it's been, it's just not the right thing to do. There's such a disconnect with the fan base and the club at the moment. I mean, protests that keep going on. You know, it's just one of them things, isn't it? It's like, we know what's wrong with the club. How do we sort it? And it's sort of out of our hands. We can't really do a lot about it. And we're just stuck in this vicious cycle of like, you know, even if we say like I watched, I went Man United, and that was the first time in a long time under the lights that I felt it was rocking in there. And it felt like Europa night again.
Unbelievable.
Gutted to, where'd 7 minutes come from, by the way? But it just felt like, right, this is... And at the end of the day, that club is us. Like, we're
the lifeblood.
We're the lifeblood of it. And as much as we miss the old ground, we can't do anything about it. You know what I mean? It's sort of like this horrible thing. We can't do anything about it. But we can bring that life. You know what I mean? And we can be that 12th man. I mean, it is hard sometimes with the carpet in between us and the pitch and stuff. But it's one of them, like, when it's rocking in there, they feel it. And I think Jarrod's feeling it at the moment with us. He's getting them huddled up. He's talking to them now. He looks a little bit more like a leader to me.
Yeah, he's really stepped up.
Oh,
Jarrod.
mate, he's stepped up massively.
Yeah.
And, I mean, who else, right? Other than Souček, in my opinion, it's a difficult one with Jarrod because he's obviously the most talented player we have. What he's done as well, his goal and stuff like that, got us the trophy. To me, he's bigger than Rice now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in terms of like...
legendary status.
Yeah, mate, he is. And look, I'd go as far as to say, even if we went down, I think he'd stay with us for a season.
Do you know what? It's funny you said that because I work with quite a lot of West Ham supporters and they're all like, he's going to go and this one's going to... I said, I'm telling you now, mate, Bowen, I reckon he'd give us one season. I do. I reckon he'd give us one season.
I mean, it happened with like the likes of like Carrick, didn't it? And,
yeah.
And like, I mean, you look at them talismans.
Defoe half a season as well.
Yeah. And you look at them and you think like, you shouldn't be staying, you know? And I think, you know, for let's talk as football heads now, not like as West Ham heads, right? Like for Jarrod, he's got a lot of potential to play for, let's just say whatever club, I don't know. But
I still think he could play for Liverpool.
Yeah.
I still think he's good enough to play for a club like that.
He's 30 now.
Yeah.
You got to remember this. He's married into West Ham. Like, he is Danny
He's ingrained into the club, mate.
we love him.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel that, I say it now, I feel like you'd be a fool if he was to leave because your historical status at our club will stand the test of time. Imagine that. He's come in, he's done what he's done, he's won a trophy. He now captains West Ham. He captains West Ham. And if we were to go down, which ain't going to happen, but if we were to go down, he stays with us for a season. Say we come back up, he's cemented for life. You know what I mean? You just don't want to see him go to like another London club or something like that. And
I don't think he would.
I don't think he would.
I don't think he would, purely because he is married into the Dyer family.
Yeah.
That's one of the main reasons, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's got him in it to do it anyway, because he's a decent bloke. You can tell he's a decent bloke. Have you seen the footage of him recently in the last couple of days?
What?
Where he's getting into his car, not his car, like a driver's car, and there's fans up above in a car park and they're shouting down to him, "Can you sign my shirt?" And he's like, "Well, how?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Meet us at the gate." He went, "Chuck it down, I'll sign it and I'll chuck it back up."
Ah, nice.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what you want, though.
I know. Can you imagine a Tottenham player or an Arsenal player doing that?
No, I mean, you see Arteta ignoring the fans.
It's from Hereford, Bowen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I say, he's ingrained into the club now.
Yeah, I used to record in Hereford, weirdly. And I remember the move. My old manager, weirdly, was from Hereford. And I remember he was signing from Hull to us. And he was like, "This lad's really good, by the way." And I used to watch him like when he used to play for Hereford. Like, and I was like, he was class then. And I was like, oh, okay. So
yeah, he is. He's a class act as well. Yeah.
I think he's doing great. I think we're in a bit of form. I think you just got to keep that belief, keep that momentum. and I think we'll be all right. And I think it's actually done us favours. You know, they get the old first managerial role comes in, the manager comes in, and they all spark up again.
Yeah, the manager bounce. New manager bounce.
Yeah, the manager bounce. So like Pereira is now at Nottingham Forest, which I think is a terrible appointment. I think the manager,
mate, they're a car crash, Forest. Absolutely.
They should have never got rid of Nuno.
Yeah.
And wouldn't that be beautiful for him? He keeps us up, they go down.
Well, like I say, I feel like, I mean, he's a good manager, Nuno. Do I think he's suited to West Ham? Personally, I don't. Yeah. When we appointed him, I didn't think he was the right man. I just thought it was the typical toxic cycle that the club's in.
Yeah.
Out of work, cheap. We haven't got to pay compensation to get him out of the club. Let's get him in.
Yeah.
However, I'm happy to be proven wrong because something's working now. He's turned it around. He's made Tadibo into a fucking world-class defender for a start. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Kilman.
Mavropanos, though.
He's got to get something out of Kilman. That's a £40 million defender there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He's mentally shot.
Look what he's done with Somerville.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Do you know what I mean?
People are looking at Somerville now, like, let's call it the top 8 teams. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're looking at him thinking, rubbing their hands together. But he's only just, in my opinion, Somerville, in the last sort of 6-7 games, become a Premier League player.
Yeah.
There was something missing for him, and I don't know what it was. And it was telling when he scored that goal against Tottenham, and he ran over to Nuno, and it must have been something that was just like, you don't see that often that they run to the manager and give him a hug and stuff like that. But I think the difference with Nuno now is that Paco, him coming in, the old the backroom staff.
Yeah, so
let's not forget Nuno.
Assistant manager.
Well, he never got his backroom staff, did he? He never. And as much as, you know, Steve Potts and that, like, great, you know, but it wasn't his choosing. And maybe there's like a disconnect in language, or like there's maybe a disconnect in, I don't know, like how they see things or how he sees things. But his name is Paco, isn't it? The Spaniard.
Yeah, that's right.
Like he's come in, like, and just took it by the, like, if we go down, I'd get him as manager. I'd almost ask him to be manager.
Do you know what? Nuno is the type that I think he's got a bit of an ego, Nuno, and I don't think he likes being told what to do. So your assistant manager is there to give you a second opinion, say, no, actually, I think you've got that wrong. Did you see, you've obviously seen it with Kilman, when he's fucking shouting and ranting and raving at Nuno for putting Kilman on. I feel sorry for Kilman.
So do I.
I really, really do. I feel sorry for him, but we needed that character there to tell Nuno, no, actually, you've got this wrong.
Yeah.
Because like I say, I think he's a bit of a egotistical bastard, Nuno, he is, isn't he? And you see the look on his face when his assistant manager was ranting and raving at him. He was like, what the fuck are you talking to? But it worked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's what's needed there a little bit. And I do, as we're saying about Kilman, I don't think you're ever going to get a tune played out of that fella again, because it was interesting to me because Nuno, one of the first things he said about Kilman was that, like, at Forest, they'd have a mental coach with him all the time because his confidence is so low. Imagine West Ham. It's hard to please West Ham fans on a good day. Like him coming on, he just gets booed. It's going to shoot him. You know what I mean? I think what we should have done in January is sold him. I think we should have got rid of him, and like for his sake.
Buyer, though.
Yeah, I know, exactly. It's one of them. I don't know. I feel sorry for the lad, but also I don't think he's the right fit for us. You know what I mean? I think Mavropanos should get a shot. I think he's been playing really well.
He's really stepped out, Mavropanos.
He's doing wonders. But defenders for you. We just need. We got it running. You know what I mean?
You drop him Mavropanos when Tadibo comes back, because a new lad. He looks all right.
Yeah,
from Chelsea.
Yeah,
I think he looks decent, mate. And again, sections of the fan base wrote him off before he even fucking put on a shirt.
Yeah, Disassi. You know? I like it. Look, we got a clean sheet straight away, didn't he? That's a difficult one because I like Mavropanos' character, and no matter what, I always feel like he tries his hardest. It might not be good enough at times, but he always. You know, like,
yeah, he's got a ricket in him, but you can tell he cares.
He cares about it.
Yeah, he cares about the club. You can tell.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's important to recognise that in players as well, because you don't get a lot of that anymore. You don't get players that give a crap about the club. You know what I mean? And like, he is one of them. And when he captained us against Burton, he was so proud of it. You know what I mean? Like you could tell, like he was just beaming because he was captain. It's a difficult one. And
They're the players we need at West Ham, though, players like that.
Yeah.
Because like I say, don't get me wrong, we've always had a Maverick like a Declan or a Paquetá more recently.
Glad he's gone.
Yeah, we won't go. We won't go into that. Because we had a few words before the cameras went on. But with West Ham, if you work your bollocks off for that shirt, we will fucking love you. Do you know what I mean? You haven't got to be the most talented in the world. You haven't got to score worldies every week. You know what I mean? You haven't got to have a fancy exotic name. As long as you work your bollocks off for this football club, we will always love you.
Yeah.
And I don't know why Paquetá got away with it for so long, because I was very vocal about Paquetá on social media. And I'm not going to say any names, but I was absolutely ridiculed for it. It's like, you've got to have him on the pitch because he can make things happen. No assists last season, not one.
Not one. 20% magic, 80% disruption.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I do believe that. And I'm glad he's gone. And I think,
good luck to him. Thanks for the assist in Prague.
Yeah.
Good luck to him. If you want to go home, a bit similar to the Payet situation. He wanted to go home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So,
and all the betting stuff and all that, I won't go into it, but it must have played a role in.
Yeah, I said we won't go into it, but I've gone right into it.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Payet's a situation I don't think we'll ever truly know.
Free transfer. Would you have him back, by the way?
Yeah.
You'd have him back,
Just for the fucking
would you have him
glory
back?
of it.
Would you have him back?
Yeah, just for a free kick.
One last dance.
just to be like last 5 minutes of games, 10 minutes of games, just see like imagine he comes back. Imagine that free kick, bang, scores it, uproar. That's the importance of the fans. That if that happens, that instills that confidence in those players to another level. All of a sudden, he's back at being Payet that we all know and love.
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, he was only ever world class with us.
He's got the aura, mate.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's got such an aura about him. Even when he went to Marseille, I'm not being funny, like the French league is shit.
Yeah.
He's got such an aura about him.
Yeah. He was. That was the most gutted. The only thing I can relate it to is probably like when all those girls found out that Take That were breaking up. And
my sisters as well. I remember that like it was yesterday. Remember coming home from school and they're crying their eyes out, and I was like taking a piss, and then, but I get it.
Yeah, they had helplines, didn't they, for Take That? But when it happened with Payet, because my dad got me this beautiful signed photo of him.
Yeah,
and it was. I put it up. It got it for Christmas, so in December, put it up on the wall. In January, he was gone, and I couldn't take it down. And I still have not been able to take it down from my pub, because that's the best player in my time that I've ever seen wear the shirt. Yeah, Di Canio, but in terms of never seen a player be able to make everything go in slow motion. He would slow games down. And the free kicks, I mean, it was just this ultimate cherry on top of the cake of what he brought anyway. Like, I remember that Middlesbrough goal as well. It was the second season it was with us. You remember that?
It was in the first season in the bowl, as we call it.
Yeah. And it was, just to watch him. I think Paquetá. I think we were hoping that we found another Payet or something like that, and it was.
That's the difference between the two, because you knew that Payet was going to win you a game or do something that was going to get us back in the game. With Paquetá, don't get me wrong, fantastic footballer, talented. But he just didn't have those moments that were going to drag you through a game and win you a game. In my opinion, he didn't do enough for West Ham.
No.
And this is a 50 million minute, 55 million, something like that?
Yeah, it's close to that.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, there's a lot of money and it's just a lot of drama that come with him. So, yeah.
Do you think he's guilty or not? I'm going to ask you that. Do you think he's guilty of that or not? Now he's gone. Do you think he was guilty of it?
Someone was telling me it's a bit odd that 400 people in this spot that he was brought up in.
Paquetá Island.
Yeah.
Because he was named after the island, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Fucking Paquetá Island.
Yeah, so
Betway as well, must I add.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like to say, but
Something's happened there. Something's happened there.
Yeah,
I think something's happened.
Something's happened. I don't know what.
Yeah,
but there you go. Paquetá for you, Pac-Man. See you later.
Right. So the golden question, $1 million question: are we going down or are we staying up?
We're staying up. 100%. More about the positivity.
Yeah.
Put it out there. This is the thing. speak to so many West Ham fans now. Oh, I'm believing a little bit now, believing a little bit. A lot of them are still like, no, we're going down, we're going down. It's like, mate, we will do if you think like that. You have to be, I mean, I sound a bit hippie here and all that now, but just put that belief into it a bit more. That's why I always, like, I do all my social posts and stuff. And I'm always doing, like, getting old footage and that's like, come on, let's watch this before the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, get this going. Let's try and get that in our minds a bit. Let's cheer these lads on. I think we're staying up, and I don't think it's going to be a last game scenario. I think we're going to pick up these points. To me, it's like 5 wins and a couple of draws, and I think we're all right. I do think, as we were talking about, I think Tottenham are going to struggle. I think not in the Forest now. I think that was the wrong appointment for them. Whether they get that managerial bounce for a couple of games, I don't know. I don't think you should have ever got rid of Daichi. I think Dicey...
He's the man you want in a relegation battle. He's another Allardyce, another, Tony Pulis. He knows the league. To be honest, I'm glad that he's gone.
Yeah,
because he was their only hope.
Yeah.
So, my opinion, obviously I want us to stay up. We've picked up a bit of form. We're scoring goals. We're looking a lot better defensively as well. But I don't know, mate. I don't know. We've got a lot of work to do. Now, I'm with you.
Come on,
I'm all
mate.
about positivity. I'm all about the frequencies and all that stuff. Like, I believe in all that stuff. But I just think that we've got a lot of work to do.
There's a lot of work to do. Don't get me wrong. And at the end of the day, it comes down to them lads. There's a lot to be said. Oh, the manager this, we're not happy that. And it's like, it's them lads. Like, them lads at the end of the day are playing that game. Yeah? They've got to feel loved by us in order to go and do that extra mile, when we're cheering and rocking. I mean, look, I'd have taken a point, which we got in the end from the Man U game. It was gutting. I don't know where 7 minutes come from. But
it was a world-class finish, though, at the end. I've watched that goal back about 3 or 4 times, and as gutted and as hurt and as just deflated that I felt when that goal went in. That was a fucking world-class goal.
It was really
from
good.
From that Sesko.
Oh, mate, it was class, and good luck to the fella, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I just think that was the best I'd seen us play sort of all season,
against the most informed team.
Exactly. So what does that tell you?
Yeah.
Like, surely.
There is hope there. There's hope there. We're playing now. But like I said, there's a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
And this is going to be, if we go down, this is going to be my 4th relegation. Yeah. It's going to be the 4th one that I've seen. You've probably seen more than that, haven't you? Yeah, 5th. It's going to be the 5th one.
I've lost count.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's going to be his 5th, my 4th, probably your 4th as well.
Yeah, it'll be my 4th, mate. Yeah.
So,
but it won't be. It won't be. We'll be all right.
Fingers crossed.
I'm confident. I don't know why. I just got a feeling. Go off of it. All a bit voodoo and psychic in our family.
Well, fingers crossed. Like I say, mate, if we do stay up, we can have a party in here.
Yeah,
and you're
mate.
Invited.
Yeah,
you're the
thanks,
first one
mate.
on the list. So
we'll bring you a guitar and sadden everyone up.
But getting back to your song, though.
Yep.
So the song is heavily tied to the DT38 Foundation. This is what we were speaking about again before we went on camera.
Yeah.
I've just been made an ambassador of DT38 as well, so I'm willing to help you in any way I can to push this song out. I love the song anyway, big fan of it.
Thanks.
But for the foundation, how did that come about? How did you get involved with the foundation?
So to tell you the story, I sort of know, I've known Dean Ashton for a number of years. So when I had music that was being released through my record label, TalkSport would normally ring me up and talk to me about the track. And it was the songs had nothing to do with football, by the way. And it was just music that was used on Sky Sports or whatever like that. And Dean Ashton was always interviewing me because they knew I was a West Ham fan. So that idea sparked in my head about, well, I know Dean Ashton. Dean Ashton must obviously know other West Ham fans. So can I ask him to ask other fans, other players? And then one of the guys that was working on the video said, well, I've been talking to this fella and he knows a lot of these players. And anyway, I got in touch with him and he was like, well, I can get you these players. And it was like Trevor Brooking, Julian Dix, Tony Cottee. And I was just like, mate, this is mental. What, you can get this? He said, yeah, for a price and whatever. So then I got a sponsorship, which is these guys that you can see at SG Brewing Co. And we was just able to run with it, just able to run with that. Dylan Tombides, as a West Ham fan, if you don't know Dylan, then where have you been? You know what I mean? And the charity is so important to the club. It was just a no-brainer that for me, I wanted to reach out to them and say, would you let me raise money with attachment to my song? And, Tracy said, yeah, of course, would love to. And Tracy come down on the night and, I think we raised a good amount that night. There was a lot of charitable auction stuff as well. Everyone that come on the night paid a tenner towards the charity. But there's a link. So all that aside, we agreed to do it. And I was like, when I put the video out, there will be a link attached to the video that people can go into and just donate whatever they want. And I've got it all on my socials. So if you do want to donate, please donate. It's very important. But I've had a lot of cancer in my family of recent years, and it's sort of, it's tough, man. It's really tough to lose someone.
Yeah, same. Yeah, same.
Yeah. It's awful. It's but it's time to stamp it out, innit? What can we do? So yeah, it was just saying, after my own night, one of my mates actually went through testicular cancer and come out on the positive side of it. So it was just a charity that I wanted to do stuff with. And I'm hoping to raise, as much money with it. The more the word gets spread about the song, if the song gets played in the club eventually or whatever like that, then when people go and witness the video, they'll see, if they go in the bio, there's a link there and stuff. So yeah, it's been a great privilege really to do this and raise money. I've always sort of been a charitable person, so to do it for a charity that's close to our hearts as West Ham fans, what I mean, that's no time, is it? I mean, what was he, 19 years old, I think?
He was 19, yeah. Yeah, 20, I think, actually. Right. Yeah, I think he just turned 20.
It's just heartbreaking, it's important to check your plums. Let's face it, and that's the whole thing behind it, and raising awareness and raising money for it. So if you can, please donate.
We've also got a really good item to auction actually through DT38. So we've got an acoustic guitar. Joseph is going to sign it. We're going to donate all the money, all the proceeds to DT38. So it's £5 entry. The link will be in the bio on this video. It's a £5 entry. If you want to donate £20, that'll give you 4 entries. So you can enter as much as you want. Every single penny will go to DT38, and we will draw the winner out of a hat, and you get a signed full-size acoustic guitar by Joseph.
There you go.
Have you done that before, mate?
No, never. But lovely idea. And as well, we will be having vinyls of the single. So it's probably a first, actually, that I'll be saying this. It'll be, obviously, the track "You Never Take the East End," and then on the back will be a version of mine that I recorded of Bubbles. So that'll be on the back. We're doing vinyls of them. 10% of earnings all go to DT38. We're printing 250 copies. So I think we're going to be charged, it's like £20 for a vinyl. So 10% of that will go to the charity. So if people order more, you know what I mean, then more money goes to DT38. And again, I've got that link attached to all my socials. If you just want to give money, I thought about this the other day, 66,000 sit in that club, if each of them give £1.
Exactly. Yeah. If you do the maths like that. But with the physical copy, it's a limited amount, isn't it?
Yeah.
That we spoke about recently. Was it 200 you're doing?
250. But if there's scope for more, then I'll do more. You see what I mean?
Especially if there's a version of Bubbles on the B-side as well, because I've heard some of that.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, mate, fucking hell. Yeah. It's good stuff.
I'll play you it after. I'll play it after, because there's a little, once it comes out. But yeah, just put your hands in your pockets. You know what I mean?
Get your hands in your pockets, start donating to DT38. It's a wonderful charity run by a wonderful woman, one of the strongest women that I've ever met. And obviously, Joseph's an advocate for it, I'm an advocate for it, and all West Ham fans should be an advocate for it as well. So
Definitely.
this is all going to a great cause. So, Joseph, you're going to play us. You'll never take the East End for us now, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, I'll go and grab my guitar. Right.
Before Joseph sets up, please don't forget to follow all the socials, the Academy of Football Podcast on YouTube, Twitter, and all the other good stuff. Come on, you Irons.
My old man gave me everything, the stuff he never had. We always had a roof over our heads. But the one thing that I treasured most, the shirt upon my back, with the surname that I won't forget. Pass the ball into the bowl, grab a bevy, 'cause we're massive, don't you know? I'll follow you through bad and good, on terraces of faded dreams. You'll never take the East End out of me. And you, claret and blue, on any day the Irons play, you'll never take the East End out of me. No, you'll never take the East End out of me. Everybody treats you like the brother they don't have. You'll never look for fortunes on your own. And silverware on Wednesday nights, not for everyone. That's how we won the World Cup on our own. Pass the bowl into the bowl, grab a bevy, 'cause we're massive, don't you know? I'll follow you through bad and good, on terraces of faded dreams. You'll never take the East End out of me. And you, bleed claret and blue, on any day the Irons play, you'll never take the East End out of me. Whoa, 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 never take the East End out of me. Whoa, 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 never take the East End out of me. I'll follow you through bad and good, on terraces of faded dreams. They'll never take the East End out of you.